Welcome back to the Troop, episode 77 in the building. We got the GOAT in the building, 500. We're going to talk Eagles. We're going to talk players on the Eagles. We're going to talk coaches on the Eagles. We're going to talk Eagles versus Carson Wentz if it starts. But first, let's take a clip from our homie, Acho.
If we're being real about the Eagles, you don't have pass rushers right now. Nolan Smith was supposed to be the pass rusher. He's hurt. Za'Darius Smith was supposed to be the pass rusher. He's retired. Quinyon Mitchell, he was hurt last game, so how's he doing? Andrew Makuba's having way too many rookie moments as it is. In coverage right now, he's not grading out well at all, making mental errors, missing open field tackles. Cornerback Quinyon Mitchell's hurt. And then when Quinyon Mitchell's healthy, you still have a question mark at outside cornerback, and you do not have any edge rushers that are making a significant impact.
Going on, everybody, man, and welcome to the very first episode of The Truth, where not all Eagle fans agree on everything, and this is definitely the spot where this shit about to go down.
Gotta stay locked in Goggins. Gotta ball out like Robin. Straight to the top, I'm all in. Ordinary like a toxin. I don't wanna be like Robin. I just wanna leave no watching. Fuck caution, I ain't gonna be common. I got the confidence, like I'm on the shit, like I'm the baddest bitch in the club. I'm here for dominance, I'm being honest, that's what I want. I'll never give up, I want the whole place sold out. My name in every mouth. You know I'm after this shit till the world say my motherfucking name. Say my name. Say my motherfucking name. Say my. You know I'm after this shit till the world say my motherfucking name. Say my name. Say my motherfucking name. Say my. You know I'm after this shit till the world say my motherfucking name.
Driven by fire, driven by fear, never get tired, no I'm still here. Fell to the cracks, now I'm shifting gears. 10 years into my moments here. Waiting my turn, now I'm hot in demand. Slept on a kid, but I had bigger plans. Stayed low key, but I still hit drive. Give me one shot and I'm coming alive. Next on the left, second taste it. Gunning for the top, no limitations. From the basement, no hesitation. Flipping on my L's from the straight motivation. Ain't no quitter, I'm built for the grind. Pressure makes.
What is up, everybody? How's everybody going today? It's BG31, JC, and the GOAT 500. About to let you know about this Eagles team. How you doing, 500?
I'm doing good, man. How are you guys doing?
Well, shoot, I got a lot to say. I do want to say something before we get started because I don't know what point we're going to exactly hit, but I'm going to tell you why this Philadelphia Eagles team is in trouble. At least last year, we knew that Nick Sirianni was not involved in the offense because he was afraid to get fired. They hired Kellen Moore. That's number one. Number two, we knew last year if Mekhi Becton go down, you could bring in steam for a game or two. That's number two. Number three, we knew last year we could run the ball. Number four, we knew last year we could stop the run. We knew last year if Darius Slade go down, we had Isaiah Rodgers waiting to come in. We knew last year if our linebacker core was hurt, we still had some backup. This year, I don't know what we're doing, and Howie Roseman is sleeping right now. But that's what I gotta say right now. But go ahead. Let's start the show. Whew.
Yeah. You.
Tell me about it, my guy. We just lost to the Giants.
Oh, God. Can you believe it? That's when you know things could be getting bad, if you lose to the Giants. To me, look, it wasn't just that we lost. It was the way they came out. Like, I thought they came out like they didn't want to be there. I think they came out and they looked like they quit. Once the Giants took the lead, it looked like the Giants wanted it more. And, that's got me more nervous than anything else. Like, why is this team coming out and playing that poorly and with that much effort or lack of effort on a Thursday night game, a division rivalry after a loss? So those are the things that really bothered me about this game and makes me wonder what's going to happen going forward.
Yeah, man. That was
one more thing that we did not expect this year. AJ Brown in week 3 to be bitching about getting the ball. AJ Brown to be like his whole energy is off. So at least last year we saw it after week 14 versus the Panthers. For it to be going on so soon and so early in the season, it's a lot more than we think. Just an eye test. It's like this team right now chemically is off balance. Like they're not gelling. There's nothing clicking. Offense and defense. At least if offense is clicking, defense is clicking. If defense is clicking, offense ain't nothing clicking right now. We can't stop the run. We can't like Vic Fangio. Look, I need him to stop worrying about the Phillies and over here smiling about how many games they got left until they get eliminated and focus on our goddamn defense. Yo, this is football season. Come to the freaking press conference and be the old nasty Vic Fangio that we love, the old school nasty. Hey, this guy ain't playing well. Call them guys out. We won the last year. Call them out this year because they're thinking thing is sweet right now. Shit is sweet right now. It's nasty out there right now, and teams are going to take advantage of us, man. So, woo. Okay.
I heard him talk about how like the invincibility is off of us now. Now that we lost, like teams know how to beat us. They feel like they're not scared of us no more. We don't pump no fear in nobody's chest no more. You win 20 games in a row, but you lose 1 or 2. Now all of a sudden you just bums. You're bums. But on a point that you said, JC, I had this clip, dude, and I wanted to play it for you guys. I wanted to get you guys' opinion about it. And it talks about Jalen Hurts. Let me see here. Which one is it?
You're 29th and you got
Jalen Hurts, represents the Jordan brand, right? They opened a store in Philadelphia I think it's called Jordan World.
Yes.
Okay. The grand opening was Friday, and I think they scheduled that because the Eagles played on Thursday, so they didn't have a game on Sunday. And not one teammate was there supporting him. Doesn't that seem a little odd? I'm just throwing it.
You're just throwing gold nuggets right now.
No, I'm just telling you. Doesn't it seem a little odd that not one of his teammates was there? You get somebody, the 40th player on the team, somebody comes out there and just hanging out, and give him a pair of Jordan shoes or whatever. But I'm a little surprised that no teammate was out there. None that I know of was out there when he was out there for the grand opening.
Can you believe that? Like, I even noticed in the game on Sunday or on Thursday, there was times when Jalen came out the field, you kind of see the receivers frustrated. He goes sit down, right? He's sitting down, and he got both his coaches, quarterback coach, offensive coordinator, right next to him by themselves. And on the other side of the field is where AJ, Smitty, and all those guys are. Like, come on now. I know it could be fishing for attention or whatnot, but do you think there is a problem inside this building?
I think there's something there, right? Like, I don't know that it's necessarily AJ Brown versus Hurts or anything like that. But I do think that there's gotta be something, because this kind of happens, it seems like almost every year at certain points. This year it's getting worse, and I don't know what it is. I don't think it's anything that is as bad as they make it seem. But I mean, obviously there's something there with communication or all the offense being on the same page. My take on the AJ Brown thing is a little different. I don't think AJ Brown was being a diva. I don't think AJ Brown was going out there and saying what he said publicly because he's worried about himself. I think it was him talking up for the offense, and I think many players were behind that. It's just that he was willing to go out and speak, because I think a lot of these guys on offense are frustrated, not so much maybe by Hurts, but more what they're doing on offense and the lack of the coaches listening to what they have to say or their input.
See, I think this is more of a Kevin Patullo problem than a player's problem. All right, that's just me. because I've never heard so many. Mariota, Lane Johnson, the latest one, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. Every leader on this offensive team is coming out speaking about what? Not individual players, not the defense. They're speaking about the offense, the lack of continuity, the lack of play calling. Why are we doing this? It's the offense. The offense is the problem. Even though we were winning, they were still complaining about the offense, either just starting slow in the first half or just I'm completely shutting down in the second half. So this is more of a offense coordinator problem than a player problem. But we know it's Thursday night football. You just lost to the Giants. Everybody's pissed off. I'm not waking up to go to no, hey, I don't care how best friends you are. Because look, Smitty love Hurts. Barkley love Hurts. A lot of players love Jalen Hurts. So I don't want to make this the worst person in the world, Big Julio, whatever his name is, to be telling me, oh, you dropping nuggets because he don't like Hurts anyway. A lot of these people do not like Jalen Hurts, so every little tiny thing, they're just going to make it about, oh, Jalen Hurts this, Jalen Hurts that. But I just think that it's Friday morning. He had it on Friday. I don't know what time, but a lot of these players got hurt anyway. So I'm not going to get up and go into a Jordan brand for anybody. I don't care how much I like you. I'll send you a text and say, hey, bro, hey, good job, whatever. Hey, look, I wish I could be there for you. But they're trying to make this bigger, like nobody showed up for him. Everybody against Hurts. No, I don't believe that. It's just too much for me.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. And it does seem like there's a narrative, and it's specifically starting this week, where it's really like everything's a Hurts problem.
Yeah.
It's the reason why they're struggling is Hurts. The reason why the reason why they only use 20% of their offense is because Hurts can't run it. Like, I've never seen a guy take you to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, goes to the Super Bowl, wins the Super Bowl, gets an MVP, and then has one bad game, because I think he had a bad game versus Minnesota. Maybe he had a second half bad game versus Denver. And then all of a sudden, he's the reason for all the problems. And people are talking about benching Hurts if he plays bad.
Oh, my God.
What are we talking about here? It's crazy. Like Howard Eskin said, that McKee's the better quarterback. Okay. And it's just funny to me that like you played a clip of Sills. I love Sills. I go on a show once a week. But, 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, he's saying Hurts is one of the MVP candidates. Now he stinks and he's the worst quarterback in the league. I don't buy it, dude. I think a lot of these people are trying to stick up, especially media guys, for the front office, coaches, because they don't want to rip those guys, so they put it on the players. And I think
they don't want to lose access. They don't want to lose access. They're not going to mess with the coaches in the front office. They're going to mess with the players because the players can't stop them from coming. Because I feel like what you said too, JC. It is a little bit on the off, a lot of it on the offensive coordinator, but it's going back to the same problem we had before, guys. It's Nick Sirianni too. I believe it's Nick Sirianni too. Because you look at it, 2 experienced offensive coordinators. Shane Steichen first year, he started out with his offense. He gave it over to Shane. It got better. The next year, Brian Johnson, that's his name. He was trash. He wanted to run Brian Johnson, make him run his offense the way he wanted to run it. It was trash. He get kicked out. Next year, we get Kellen Moore, a totally different, experienced offensive coordinator. Our offense looks good again. This year, we go inside the house again and get Kevin Patullo, that's been there the whole damn time. You can't tell me he's been in the whole damn time with all these damn coordinators. You can't come up with good game plans. Like, the stuff is ridiculous is what we've been dealing with right now. It's like I've been saying it's coaching malpractice. Like how you going to have route trees that look like this? That's Smitty's route tree.
Smith, right? Yeah. I saw
what the hell is that?
Yeah, you have the other one which was Pickens. Look at that. Look at the route trees comparison. I mean, that's ridiculous, dude.
And that's just for one player. Imagine if you did that with Smitty and AJ. You know what I'm saying? Like they should both have. That's how the end of the game should look out for every star receiver, because ain't no one star receiver going to keep doing the same damn routes.
Yeah.
You know, I got a couple other clips, but I'm not gonna play it. We're gonna just talk about it because they showed so. I've seen the Ocho clip where they showed the running thing, how the running formations you run out of the same sets, but they also showed the passing thing, how it's the same sets. They're doing the same routes. 2 guys in the middle hook, 2 guys go deep. 2 guys in the middle hook, 2 guys go deep. How are you doing the same stuff expecting different outcomes? That's insanity.
Yeah. No, I agree. And it's like now the narrative is it's Hurts' fault, right? He doesn't like to do this, so they don't do it. I think it's crazy. And you're right. See, everybody forgets that Sirianni has been doing this for years, where he messes with the offensive coordinators and the plan. He takes over, he runs plays, and then he has to give it back. Right? He even did that the first 4 games. He basically had Kellen Moore in handcuffs until they adjusted after the bye week. So he's done this before, and now, you know, as far as I'm concerned, it looks like he's doing it again. Look, you don't see that the second half of game, like it's like, why is always like one half they play well, the other half they play bad? You just don't turn it on and off, and it just happens to happen in the second half. You know, it's like, I think they got Hurts playing with one arm tied behind his back, and then they're blaming him for it. You know, that's how I see it. And the thing with Hurts is, look, he's not Josh Allen in terms of passing. He's not Lamar Jackson or Mahomes. He's not those guys in terms of passing the ball, but he never was. But what he brings to the table, his intangibles are completely different than all those guys. And, you know, and somehow we're just dismissing that now. I would take Hurts, you know, if you're down 4 points with 2 minutes to go, I'll take Hurts over anybody because I believe he'll win it, because I think he's a winner. And all of a sudden, his intangibles and winning and all that stuff doesn't count because why? Because they don't want to blame the coordinator or the coach. That's how I see it. You know, I think Hurts is a scapegoat right now, and I think it's ridiculous.
Like how you have 2 games where in the second half Barkley gets what, 1 carry? Because last game he didn't get any. The game before that he got 1 carry, 6 carries in a football game. And you're saying you're trying to run the football. You're trying. You know, we watched these games. I mean, I just watched the Kansas City game, you know, a bunch of games this weekend where even when they were down by like a score or 2, they were still running the football in the third quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to still do it. You got to keep pounding that rock. You know, that's how you get them tired for the fourth quarter to lay that dagger on them. You know, if you're behind.
Listen to this. I stream the games, right? I have people in my chat, including myself. We're calling out the plays before the snap of the ball. This is where it's going. This is where it's going. Now, if you have people who are just casual watchers or just watch the Eagles every week, they all know what's going to happen. You don't think like Todd Bowles doesn't know where they're going to go with it. You don't think these defensive coordinators do. The Eagles play so tendency heavy, like 97% of the time Hurts lines up under center, he runs the ball. You know, they for a while they were throwing like 80-90% on first downs. It's like they don't mix anything up, and they do the same thing all the time. You know, it's like, all right, we're going to come out when we get the lead, we're just going to run it. And then, like, you know, what's this crap where it's like 3rd and 12 and you're running the ball? Yeah. 3rd and 13, you're running the ball. It's like you're giving up, and you're telling Hurts, don't make a mistake, just manage the game, and we'll win with the run game and defense. That's what they're telling him. And I think that they're wasting talent, you know, and why not continue to develop Hurts? Like, why are we acting like he's fully developed? He's still young. He still can get better. He still should be working on things that he needs to work on. But they act like they don't even care about that. So it's just, I think it's bad coaching, you know?
They want to just pass, but they're like trying to, like, Hurts throws dimes, you know, and I got a little short about it earlier. Hurts throws dimes. Like, this is 5 years in. You should not be saying Hurts can't throw the football. You know, 5 years in now. You cannot say the man cannot throw the football. You know, that's one thing. But when you just focus on his throwing and not taking advantage of the running, you're messing up the whole thing. He's a dual threat quarterback. You got to have a dual threat offense. You know what I'm saying? You got to utilize both skills. to really succeed in this offense. You built a team around him. Now you got to implement all the ways to defeat teams, man. Like you're limited. You like you said, tie him one arm behind his back, making him just throw the football. When do we ever want Hurts? No one, as any Eagle fan, wants Hurts throwing the ball 38 times in a game. Never.
No.
None of us. You probably get like 5-6 people say, yeah, that's cool. And those are the stat monglers out there. But other than that, hell no. 20 to 25 times a game is all he needs to throw the football.
Yeah. And I saw Twits made a good point. He said that you knew where the plays were going last year. And he's right. A lot of times you did. The difference last year was that your running game was so good that it could mask any of those things or deficiencies they might have had on the offense. This year with the offensive line banged up, everything is more magnified, So, I mean, I think all the struggles really start with that offensive line and defensive line, and then it trickles down. Now you see that the coaches aren't that great at calling plays and designing offenses, and they're one-dimensional and they only do one thing at a time. Like, why would you go from, not running Barkley 1 week, to running Barkley all the time to running him 6 times 1 week? Like, why is it always one extreme in another? Why can't you just find the balance?
Well, because this team has no identity. There's no identity.
Yeah,
Saquon Barkley had 58 total rushing yards in this game. First 2 carries, he had 31 yards. 2 carries. He ran for 31 yards. First 2 carries, boom, 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 15 plus yards, 18-1 and 13. And then you tell me that this guy had 27 yards the rest of the game, a total of 10 carries for 27 yards, 2 carries for 31. There's no identity on this team. I don't know who's pulling the trigger, who's calling the plays, but something needs to happen. They did ask Nick Sirianni today. Is play calling is going to change after the little mini bye? He says no. So hopefully he's saying, okay, hey. Hopefully he's saying I'm just going to let KP do his thing. I'm just going to step aside. That's the change, but he don't want nobody to know that he was, had little fingers in it. But something got to change, or I promise you, by bye week, somebody is getting fired.
Well, what do you guys think of the whole thing where it's like now they want to trade A.J. Brown? It's like they're going to cry about the passing game, and you got problems with your passing game, and their solution is to trade A.J. Brown. Like, isn't that going to make your passing game that much harder if you trade A.J. Brown? Like, I think some of this stuff is insane and ridiculous right now, and it's way overboard. Way overboard.
A.J. Brown thing. I got an opinion about that. Shout out to Clark with the $2 super chat. I think the offensive line is the biggest issues on this offense, and I agree with you. That is another part that no one is like. It's like they're not really saying that part either. It's like Lane Johnson's been hurt to the last 2 games. Landon ain't been healthy since last year. Jergy ain't been healthy since last year. Malata's the only one. Malata and Steen, are the only 2 healthy offensive linemen we got. And then Steen's not as good as Becton.
But true, but what does that have to do with Saquon getting the ball? Okay, so wait. The offensive line wasn't an issue the first 2 carries, but also it was an issue the next 10 carries he got. They went away from what they do. Like, you cannot get 2 carries for 31 yards and literally have 10 carries for 27 yards. You're not getting the ball enough. I don't care if we're successful or not, even in the Super Bowl. Barkley was like a feed Barkley. You know why? Because the more you give him, there's always that chance of a home run hit, right? Him popping off something.
Right.
You stop going to Barkley, you make this team one-dimensional, and that's not the way the Philadelphia Eagles ever play the ball. We are a run-first team. We never care about stats. We never care about wide receiver stats, even though they do get their stats, though. 1,000+ yards, 3-time Pro Bowl, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. I mean, almost every year is guaranteed 1,000 yards. So why are we so stressed about throwing the ball now? The past 2 games, Jalen Hurts almost has 600 yards throwing the ball.
We lost
2 games, and we lost both of them.
Well, they did it because they didn't like all the talk with the A.J. Brown stuff. That's exactly why they did it. It's just they went to one extreme to the other extreme. You know, do you ever get a feel like they don't have the coach does not have a feel for the game, what's going on? Like, you know, you could tell certain plays coming. You're like, this doesn't feel like they're going to get it, or this doesn't feel right. Like, they don't have a feel for the game. I really think they look at the analytics and say, all right, it tells us to do this here, so that's what we're going to do. And they play that game, and it doesn't work. You can't do that in football. You have to have a feel for the game, and they don't have any feel at all. You know, it's just crazy to me. You look at that Tampa game. Look at the first half when they came out and went 24-6. Like, they were running some plays in at the goal line. It looked good. I was like, all right, you have the ability to come up with plays, but you just choose to stop it once you have the lead. I honestly think Nick Sirianni's calling plays.
Yeah,
I know people think it's crazy, but I really think he's heavily involved. And I think in that Rams game, he took his handcuffs off in the second half. They come back. He didn't call plays in the first half. Then it was 24-6, and he said, we're winning now. I'll take over from here. Because if you look at that second half, well, go watch the Tampa Bay game. Watch how those guys, the Eagles, look how they come out of that halftime. When they get the opening drive, they look like they're losing. Like, the look on their faces, those players, they look dejected. I'm like, and I said to him, I was like, why do they look down? They're up 24-6. I think they knew Nick was calling the plays and taking over. And it was like, I really believe that. I can't prove it, but that's my theory. That's my theory.
It sounds like a good theory because these guys aren't happy at all. None of them. You think, you know, we're 0-5 football, or, you know, 0-6 football team, the way they be acting half the time.
Yeah.
And to your point about the A.J. Brown thing, man, it's just that, like you said, same thing with Hurts. They try and throw another narrative out there. We need to get rid of him because I am one of them that says he's not going to probably get re-upped. You know?
No.
They don't it's like he doesn't have that mentality. And I think AJ set himself up with all the hype this offseason. You know, I'm going to be the best receiver in the game. I want to prove it this year. I want blah, 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 blah. And that's what you're supposed to do as an NFL player.
You think he was setting it up, though? You think he was setting it up knowing that offense was going to be a certain way and he was trying to get them out of that mindset? I do. I do.
And it's just
like when I –
Go ahead.
I was going to say, just like when he was talking to the media, right, and all this stuff started, I think he spoke to Devontae Smith. I think he spoke to Goddard. I think A.J. Brown delivered a message for the whole offense because after the Rams game, they all said, we got killers on this offense. We need to go out and do that. And then they revert right back to what they're doing. And he's like, they're not listening. They're not listening to us, so let's go public with it. That's what I think he did. I actually think he was being a good leader in a weird way because I think he was speaking up for the rest of the team.
Then you had Johnson come out and say the same thing too. So that's when you know it's real.
Yeah.
Lane got to come out and say something. It's real time. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, we're doing the same play. We're predictable. You know, they know what we're doing out there. It's like, you shouldn't be getting that just early in the season. Like, you know, that's something at the end of the season when all your tendencies are shown, you know. And then by that time, like last year, all the tendency was shown. They're trying to stop Saquon, but we were already so good in doing what we wanted to do that they couldn't stop it, you know. And plus, like I said, the line does matter. Steen has been playing all right, but he's not vected, you know. Saquon Barkley used to not get hit, you know, before the line of scrimmage. He used to get hit like 3-4 yards past the line of scrimmage. Now he's getting hit in the backfield, you know. Steen's not as big. Jergy's getting hurt, getting pushed back into the line. And we showed the stats a couple of weeks ago how Landon Dickerson had the worst, you know, it's starting out the worst he's ever did in his whole career. And Brett Toth, come on now. Brett Toth's not that guy. Now you can scheme run plays to help get this open because all of Saquon's runs right now are going straight up the middle. You know, straight up the middle. It's like they're not even trying. Is this it? Look at this. Straight up the middle. This is running target.
That's nasty.
That's horrible.
Yeah. And that's because the defenses know where they're going and all the guys, they crash there. You think they would use like a play action fake or roll Hurts out or something. They don't even try it. That's the thing that gets me. Like, I don't care. In the NFL, you could be the worst team, right? And you can have a horrible defense. But if you know where the other team's going beforehand, they'll shut you down. You know, we always talk about the NFL. You can't be one-dimensional. You have to make defenses cover every inch of that field. And the Eagles don't. You can see the linebackers, they're crashing the play before the snap is even taken. They're already up there. So, I mean, to me, somebody on that coaching staff is not looking at what's going on in the game, and they're following some chart or whatever, but it ain't working.
Hey, look at this. When Brad Johnson was, you know, they're 8. We were ranked 8th in total offense. Now we're 30th in total offense right now. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge freaking difference. You know, that's your play call. Yeah. My deal is, how can you not look at the rest of the NFL? Like, I know we've been saying this as Eagle fan for a while now. How we look at all these other football games when it's not our team playing, and it's like their offenses look so good. Hell, the Giants' offense looked good against us. You know what I'm saying? Right. They didn't even have a star receiver on their goddamn football team. You know, you got Bo Sadabu looking like Brandon Jacobs out there running people over. You know, Mike Allstat returned inside a New York Giants jersey, and then you got Jackson Dart over there acting like he's Lamar Jackson running around the corner. And now you hear, oh, Vic says today, he goes, well, it's not really the running. You know, if you really look at that, it's just the quarterback scrambles that's really killing us and make those numbers look so bad. Well, God damn it, who cares what it is? They're running the football on us. Like, that didn't happen before like this.
No. I was surprised Vic Fangio, you know, that was his game plan versus Kidd. You know, you look at a guy like Jim Johnson back in the day, no quarterback that was first 2 years in the league would ever beat his defense, ever. He would confuse them. And Fangio didn't do that at all. I mean, this kid tore his defense up with his legs.
What about the retirement? How you guys feeling about the retirement of Smith? Is it a big deal? Is it not a deal?
Big deal. Huge deal. Huge deal. Because I think that if you look at the offense, I think they have the players to fix it. Like they can fix it internally. But I don't think that pass rushers, the edge rushers especially, I don't think they can fix that internally. I think you have to go outside of the NovaCare to basically fix it. And I thought they needed a pass rusher before Za'Darius Smith retired. Now I think you need 2 because they're not getting any pressure on those edges at all.
Well, I think we might be able to fix it a little bit. I think that Jahad Campbell, if he takes the spot of Za'Darius Smith, and then you insert Dean, I think Dean is, man, I hate to say it, the key to this run defense. That's the problem. We're bad at freaking passing defense and run defense. At least last year, no team was rushing for over 100 yards on us. Like, we was the number 1 defense, allowing 160 something per passing. But this year, teams are not scared of anything. They're running on us. They're throwing on us with Adoree Jackson, with freaking Akili Rango on a shoulder tackle. Matter of fact, no, you catch the ball and get up and on 5 more yards. I would cut him right there. I promise you, I would have cut him right. That's how pissed off I was watching that tape. If the next day I'm a coach, the DB coach, or Vic Fangio, and I see that effort, I promise you, I could go pick up some bum off the street that would want to tackle more than that, better than that.
Right.
That was pathetic. And who is teaching these guys to tackle with their shoulders? What the? Does your shoulders got arms? Can your shoulders wrap up? Freaking tackle, wrap up. I hate when they try to go in there and try to lay a big hit and whiff and don't do nothing. Like, that's pissing me off so much. Like, this whole team, it's more than one issue on this team. I don't know when this Super Bowl was the best thing for this team. It's the best thing for us fans. Like, shit. You know what I mean? But, like, this team done lost everything that we admire, the toughness, the grits, the stop bitching and just play, just shut up and play type of mentality. And now it's like everybody got something to say. You know what I mean? And Nick Sirianni is trotting out there every freaking press conference. You don't learn shit. I only listen to press conference no more because I'm not going to learn anything. I mean, you already know exactly what he's going to say.
The same thing.
Yep. Exactly.
But I think got something on that because I was saying that the whole time, and I think we agree that Nakobe Dean is the better run stopping linebacker. You know, what we always said was Campbell's like a 2.0 Zach Bond. So you got two guys doing it with the same skill level playing at the position. You need to switch that up. You need to have one that's good at coverage, one that's good at stopping the run. And I think it is time for Campbell to get switched to that defensive end spot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, go ahead and bring Nakobe Dean back. As long as he can stay healthy, at least you know that Campbell can play linebacker if Nakobe Dean does go down again. But if Nakobe Dean was playing at a Pro Bowl level last year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he should have went, I don't know if he did or not, but he should have went to the Pro Bowl. Obviously, he didn't because we went to Super Bowl. But, he's playing at that level and he got hurt. Yeah. But he was playing at that level last year. If he comes back healthy, strong, he can help plug up that run defense right now. And you send Campbell off the edge, man. That's what Campbell is good at. And that's what Vic loves anyway. He loves his edge rushers being able to drop back in the pass. So you got a perfect guy right there. Solution solved. But even with Campbell moving to the end, we still need another edge rush. You cannot depend on Nolan Smith. He's been hurt over and over again too. Jalen Hunt is still developing. Uche and the rest of those guys, Ojulari, whatever. They're not doing it.
But who's out there? Who is out there? I mean, I'm pretty sure that Howie's trying. I'm pretty sure that Howie's trying, but the price might be a little too steep for him because that Howie is not afraid to make moves. Mid-season, off-season, it doesn't really matter. So I'm pretty sure he's seen this team was like, oh my God, I got some work to do. But the team, just like they won't even trade up in draft spots with them, you think they're right now going to say, you know what? The Eagles suck at edge. Let me give Trey Anderson for a third-round pick. Hell no, they're not. They're probably asking 2-3 first-round picks and some cash, and the baby mamas,
Right.
So, all that. So I'm pretty sure he's trying, but right now, being a Super Bowl champ is not easy. That's why it's hard to repeat because nobody will trade with you. Players leave, and then injuries the following season because you have a shorter off season. So I'm not sleeping on Howie at all. Just wait till the trade deadline, but how far are we going to wait? We beat Minnesota. Guess what? We're 5-2. And then we got the Giants again. Revenge game 2 weeks later. Hey, we're 6-2 going into the bye.
That's when the season starts.
That's what
we're going to find out who we are. Because you come back and you got Green Bay and Detroit. There is going to tell us everything we need to know. I agree. And you know what? I think as you get closer to the trade deadline, I think there's going to be opportunities. I'll tell you that, everybody's talking about Trey Hendrickson. I've even spoken about him. But the guy I think that they should pursue is Bradley Chubb. Because, one, he's 29 years old. Right? Yeah. So you can get him a little cheaper. And I'm not saying for like 3-4 years, but, just for this year, maybe next, whatever. Yeah. He's got 4 sacks. He's like healthy for the first time in a long time. He would instantly be your best guy. They talk about Jalen Phillips. He's younger. I don't know. He's always hurt. Jermaine Johnson of the Jets, I wouldn't mind him either, but he might cost you more because of his age. I think Chubb could be a guy, man, you might be able to get for like a mid-round pick. And he was with Vic Fangio, so he knows the scheme, and he's having a good year. Like somebody like that, if they could get a guy like that, and then let's say that they move Jahad Campbell to edge and it helps. If they could get that rotation going, I think it would fix. I think it would even help in your secondary too, because that's a mess there as well. But
this is the list they had out there. Saying that these will be the players.
Take Crosby off the list. Take Crosby off the list. Man, he just signed a freaking $1 trillion contract this past off season. Come on now. Hey, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic here. Myles Garrett.
Take Derek Barnett off the list too, please.
You don't want to bring back Garrett?
I don't want to bring back Garrett? Take that. No, please, man. Don't do that to me.
Bring Barnett. He's playing good now, though. He's playing good now, though.
I don't want anything to do with him, man.
And tell me who's the realistic right now type of guy. And don't give me no Myles Garrett, no Max Crosby. They just signed so big of a contract where you're going to have to give up so many freaking picks, and you got to pay the money to get them. Now, Trey Anderson, you know what I mean? Yo, he's on a 1-year deal. You know what I mean? Bradley Chubb, I don't really know his contract. Willie McDonald, Jermaine Johnson, like those type of guy, okay, I could see. But Myles Garrett, get him out of here.
No. I think Bradley Chubb and Phillips are realistic. Now, they would have to do some stuff with Chubb's contract, but how he could do that. Carl Granderson, to me, is an interesting one. I don't know if they'd be willing to trade him, but I think he's a good player. I think Chubb, Johnson, Phillips, I think they're all realistic. Garrett, forget about it. That ain't going to happen. Max Crosby, I mean, look, I would do it in a second, but they don't want to trade him. And then Trey Hendrickson, he's possible too, but from what I hear is a lot of people think that he would have a problem with Fangio's system and what Fangio asked of him. So I think Chubb is the best guy on the list because he's played with Fangio. He's a little older, so he's not going to kill you in terms of what you have to give up draft capital. And maybe it would be easier transition for him. I like Jalen Phillips, but he's always hurt. I don't know where he is health-wise, you know?
Yeah, that's true, man. But we got to get it fixed up. You know, another thing that's a big concern, too, for me is this CB2 spot. Hell, CB1, because now Quinyon got hurt. You know, and we see what it looks like with Quinyon at the football game. And that was atrocious.
Yeah, that was.
I don't ever want to see that football game with those two guys starting. I really don't understand how they both still on the team, especially Adoree after whipping on that tackle at the low line. He's like, oh, here you go, game on the line. You're not putting anybody out there. What do you think we should do? Because I really feel like that was the one bright spot. I'd say just do it and put DeJean at outside corner. Because people are like, oh, he's so good at nickel, but guess what? Most star receivers go into the slot anyway, so he's going to be in the slot anyway if he's following them. You know, he's going to be there. So it's not like you're really taking him out of that position because only time it would be is like when there's two receiver sets, and most NFL don't run two receiver sets. So, you know, for the most part, you can get one of these other young guys, you know, to go out there and play that nickel spot because
I don't think they want him outside though. I don't think they want him out there.
They don't want him, but
he does too much. Yeah. He does too much for this defense.
He's the best tackler possibly on the team. Yeah. So you will love that in the middle of the field. That's the thing. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, I think we got to wait on like Corey and Bennett or give McPherson a try or something like that. But if you could get if the edge rusher, if we can improve that position, right, and force the quarterbacks have to get rid of it a little quicker, I think it'll help that cornerback spot. But Adoree Jackson and Ringo are atrocious. I mean, they are horrible, and it's scary to think they got to go play Minnesota this week with those two guys.
Yeah, he said they're gonna play him again.
Well, he said that Adoree Jackson will be likely the starter, but he was a little iffy on Mitchell. Yeah. So, I mean, there might be a chance. You tell me there's a chance. Throw Mitchell out there with one leg. He's still better than Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo with two legs. You know what I mean? So, I mean, this is crazy to me. That to have two of the worst cornerbacks in the whole NFL, Ringo and Adoree Jackson on this defense is crazy. But just like we talk about, right? It all starts on the offensive line. Guess what, fellas? Shit, how many sacks we got? Like under 10? We are about to go into week 7. 7.
Five, 7.
We got like not either 6 or 8.
5 sacks, what you said?
You know what I mean? But it's bad.
It's bad.
So this is week 7, and that means that even when the guys get to the quarterback, by the way, they can't even tackle. Like, I don't understand. We could have had Baker Mayfield, we could have been sacked plenty of time. Dart, we could have sacked. I mean, so many guys. Hey, when we get to the quarterback, it's like, oh, go ahead and pass. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't want to talk to you today. Hey, how's your mama doing? Hey, how's your kids? As they run by. Because, that's how crazy, I'm like, why are you not tackling? Why are you not tackling? I'd rather you get a roughing quarterback penalty than let a quarterback rush for a first down and 3rd and 16.
Facts.
16, and you rushing for a first down as a quarterback is, everybody should be fired.
Wow,
It's actually like our backups are ass this season. It's true, man. And we thought going into the season, we thought we had the deepest cornerback room.
Who?
We're so deep at cornerback. Reno's gonna finally come up and start. Adoree Jackson should be nice. Quenya, Q, Dejon, all of them. We should be all right. And now we're like, these guys are trash. Trash you. And what's sad about it is they try to even add in what's the dude's name? McWilliams or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
The rookie.
Yeah.
And they try to talk to Daniel. You think you'll put him? Well, he's not ready there yet. It's like, whoa, what's week 7? How you not there yet, my guy? Like, come on. Like, if you're gonna start,
how can it be any worse? That's what I want. Like, how can it be any worse than what we've seen from those guys? I don't get it. Isaiah Rodgers was a big mistake because he needed that year to come back. Now look at him this year, man. I mean, that was a huge mistake for what they paid, what he got paid in Minnesota.
Yeah, he got paid 10 points. Yeah,
what's Pittsburgh's record? I would seriously call Pittsburgh and try to get Slay back.
Right.
He's playing one more year.
Pittsburgh lost 2 games. They lost 2 games. I think like 4
that sucks.
Whatever.
Yeah, we need them to lose, so they're like trading guys away.
They like their little.
Hey, good luck. Hey, we ain't got a Baltimore Ravens that's 1-5 in your own division. Hey, you got hope. Hey, you ain't trading nobody. You got hope. You might win.
Back. Even though Jennifer Slay said he won't come back because Slay ain't coming back. That would be nice though, because they do got some nice corners over there too in Pittsburgh. Even I don't even think is Slay a starter over there. He starts with,
but they are in the market for a starting wide receiver. We got to look, in my opinion, Mechie, he barely plays, right? He barely returns kicks when he does. I mean, Jahan, okay, I'm telling you right now, we got the assets, right? We got the draft picks and the wide receiver for any team that needs wide receiver and help to get younger. Go after that. The Browns, I don't know who their wide receiver out there besides Judy. And Juku, you know what I mean? They're tied in, but hey, they might need help, right? Hey, they on a downward spiral. So just hey, go find a team that's bad with good defense, with good DBs. Shit. At this point, even our safety room need help. I mean, shoot, like I don't know where's Sidney Brown at, right? He should be cut. How you let a rookie outplay you to get your job when you are basically on a contract year? So he should be traded. I mean, all these people should be traded.
Dude, CJ Gardner-Johnson's out there still.
I know
they don't.
He got
that was the next topic. CJ back in midnight green, baby.
I mean, you think that the defense plays that lackluster versus Giants with him on the team? Because I don't think so. I don't think it happens. I wish they could work out whatever the hell's going on because, damn, we could use him back. Then you could do some stuff, because he could play slot. Maybe you put Makuba at slot. Maybe you move guys around a little bit. But,
yeah,
he's better than anybody they got right
Howie
now.
Will backtrack on his move and suck it up and actually make a move like that. And bring some
Howie have no
after you let him go like that.
Howie was in a closet. Howie was in a closet a decade and a half ago. Howie is all about just stay out the closet and be one of the best GM there is and find ways to win championship on this team. Absolutely. Especially if they're talking about it wasn't no contract issue, whatever it was. As long as he left on good, and Vic Fangio is a big factor in that too, because Justin Simmons, he's still out there. Right? Justin Simmons, he's still out there. So what is going on with all these, veterans, safeties that's still out there and nobody's calling for them yet? So, I mean, I don't know.
That is weird. That's weird.
That's
like, why haven't you called Justin Jefferson? I mean, Justin Simmons yet? Why has CJ been on a practice squad and cut from the practice squad?
I'd rather have CJ than Simmons. Get him out there right now. He could come in and start right away. Okay, I don't get it, man. I don't know what happened, and I don't even know what happened in Baltimore. I mean, he got cut off the practice squad. So,
he did just get injured too, didn't he?
Who, Brown?
Brown.
Yeah.
Sidney Brown.
Yeah, last
He's
game.
injured. He gets injured getting out of bed.
On the team still.
Right? How your brother
His
can be
name off of a muscle memory, Sidney Brown, and that's one reason why I said his name, because I'm like, a muscle memory. I think he was on the team, but he haven't done shit the whole damn season.
It must suck to have a brother that's never hurt and you're always hurt. Your brother doing well in the NFL. You're
Chase Brown is
Chase is balling over there. I didn't even think he could play running back. The boy balling over there. Right. Then he just sitting there like, I'm hurt again.
But Baltimore, did Baltimore have somebody that got injured, a safety? Because a CJ is a safety, unless either Hamilton or what's that dude?
No, I think Starks rookie. I think they brought in another safety, and then they cut him. He was on practice. I mean, the Eagles could have signed him off the practice squad.
Yeah,
since he's been there, for whatever reason they don't want him. But in my video today, I said, please reconsider, Howie, because look at what happened with the Giants game. That was, to me, like shades of the Niners a few years ago where they bullied us. Because the Giants, man, they were running all over us. And I didn't like that, man. I don't like when teams out physical us. You know, that bothers me all the time.
Yeah, I don't like when getting punked either. It's just like we were getting punked that game. It was getting horrible to watch, you know, like really?
Yeah.
You can't make a tackle. Really go let him run you over like that? You even had Dart like throwing his weight around out there, like hitting people.
Yeah,
like,
on Campbell. Like they clearly wanted it more. They clearly wanted to play. They clearly were ready. And the Eagles looked like they didn't want to be there. And that reminded me of 2023. You know, that's what that reminded me of. And I'm thinking, why are these guys not ready to play on Thursday night? I just still can't get over that. Like, to me, that makes me worried that the coach is losing the locker room.
What do you think if Carter plays? Do you think that game goes different?
I mean, can Carter play DB? More
pressure on the quarterback.
Look, Carter was saying we got like 6 sacks. So how much pressure?
Yeah. But what we're gonna do? We don't have a healthy team. All of our star players are hurt. Even if Carter comes back, he's still hurt. So Quinion, even if he comes back, he's hurt. Is Landon even playing this week? I doubt he's playing this week.
I think that
all these guys hurt.
I think that happens when you win a Super Bowl. And I just think you kind of just gotta weather the storm early in the year, and then hope that they get healthy late, and then you go on a run. Like they always say, like it's not about how you win in September. Only the Cowboys think that you got to win pretty in September. You just got to stack W's in September and October, and then you want to start playing good November, December. I wouldn't even touch Dickerson until after the bye week. To me, he's resting, dude. Get him healthy. You know, get these guys healthy. That's what I would do.
You think Toe could make it till after the bye week?
Well, I mean, you should be able to beat the Vikings and the Giants. You know, even though they didn't, they should be able to do it. But I mean, but Dickerson, like being hurt, like he's clearly hurt. He came back too early from the surgery, right? He should have sat after that Cowboys game when it had that mini bye. They should have sat him in that Kansas City game. But then he's got a bad back. Then he got his ankle rolled on. So it's like he's just beat up. I think you got to try to make it till after the bye week with him.
Yeah, I agree. What did I tell you? Hey, what did I tell you about meniscus repair? Not a full. What did I tell you? I told you it's impossible to come back in 4 weeks. I had the same surgery, a repair type thing. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm not 300 something pounds or 6 something kind of dude.
Right.
Or I mean, going left to right. And it took me like 2 months just try to run again. Yo, this dude try to come back in 4 or 5 weeks. You know what I mean? So I told you it would not work out. I told you that I would start him off on IR and then hopefully healed. Like, we're thinking so short-minded. Wait, everybody got to tough it up. Sometimes you have to protect the player from themselves. If you're a real old-school coach, that old-school coach don't care about your stats, don't care about your all-pros. They're going to say, sit your ass down until you are 100% healthy, because the bigger picture is winning the Super Bowl.
Yep.
It's not winning first. It's I'm going 4-2. And we could have been 6-0 if he sat his ass down and got the other guys from this. But now we're 4-2. Struggling. The whole offensive line is hurt. And now you can't even rest multiple guys because Lane Johnson, he's been in and out. Dickerson, in and out. Like, come on now.
Yep. And I don't think
don't get healthier during the season. You know?
What's that?
I said you don't get healthier during the season. So
you
have to sacrifice. Like you said,
there.
We're doing all this complaining. We're like saying how horrible our team is at the point of knowing that we're still 4-2 tops of the division. You know what I'm saying? This is the time, like you said, to rest these players. And hopefully the next 3 games, at least win 2 of them. You know?
They should be able to beat Minnesota.
They should be able to. We should have been able to beat
They should be able to beat those guys. You know what I mean? And to me, I think they're going to win the next 2 games. I do. I think this is a kind of game where, you know, when we get this much controversy, they always seem to go in and play good after, right? Like think about Hurts after the Carolina game and then all the crap he had to deal with. Then he goes in against Pittsburgh and through, you know, plays really well. I think they're going to beat Minnesota. I think it's going to be high scoring though. And then I think they get revenge on the Giants. So I think they win the next 2 games. And then like I said, I think that's when the season begins. You want to talk about home field advantage? You got to beat Green Bay. You got to beat Detroit. You know, so to me, I want those guys healthy and ready to go for those games. I think it's the
opposite. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. And you know why? Who's the quarterback? Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is going to give you plenty of opportunities to get sacks on him, and he's going to make some bonehead plays like look, the ball is out here, and then he's about to get sacked, fumble the ball. So I think that this is going to be a defensive game more than an offensive game. You know what I mean? Because of Carson Wentz. We know who Carson Wentz is. The last time we played Carson Wentz, we had 10 sacks on him. 10 sacks, you know what I mean? Like, so we know who he is. I've been watching him play the past couple of weeks. Carson Wentz will give you opportunities. He's fumbling the ball, interception. So our defense got to be ready to take those, the opportunities, take advantage of the fumbles, the interceptions. Right. When we get them, either a pick six would not mind, a scoop and score. You know what I mean? But our offense to me is going to who are we? I mean, is it going to take this week, next week? I don't really know. Right now, I got to hang my head off one side of the ball. It's going to be defense, that Vic Fangio old school style would try to, just bring some black magic in there. Campbell, you had Ash, no Kobe Dean, Barn, let's go. And then that probably could help, stop the run. If you stop the run, at least now they have to throw. Now your defense changes to guard against the pass.
I am not sold on freaking Keely Ringo or Dory Jackson guarding Justin Jefferson.
That's why I'm
Carson Wentz can throw the football. You act like you never seen Carson Wentz slaying the rock before. He's thrown the rock for us before. And I don't care how trash he is now. All you need is one good game, revenge game against your old team that didn't want you. Be motivated to go out there and hype them up. And you got Justin Jefferson and Addison against Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson? Hell no, man.
That's what scares me.
That's not good at all.
Because Wentz will make the mistakes. He will make mistakes, like you said, and hold the ball long and a fumble. But he'll also make some passes. And like, damn, you know what I mean? That's the problem.
But that's what I'm saying. Look, if he got to play catch up, then we could pin our ears back and go get him, which is going to make him do more mistakes. We got to take advantage of the opportunities when he does make those mistakes. Go up on 14-0. Now they got to, throw the ball. I watched them versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers is not, a great, freaking off defense. They have their woes, and they kind of play, I'm not scared of the Vikings. I'm I'm scared of our defense because they suck. But I'm not scared of the Vikings.
Well, what I'm scared of is 14-0, and then the coach says, we just got to defend the lead, and then they take the foot off the gas. That's what worries me about the Eagles. They don't have that killer instinct where it's like, remember in the Super Bowl where Hurts was like they're like, we're pulling everybody out, and he's like, we're not going to put more points on. Like,
right?
Like these guys want to put points on. They want to score. I think you got to let these guys, like AJ Brown said, let them be killers. They're stone cold killers on this team. Let them play to their personality. When it's 14-0, Eagles like to take the foot off the gas. We've seen it too many times with Nick Sirianni. You got to go out and you got to just bury teams.
It's going to be a bad matchup because I just realized in the chat too, how you said even Hawkinson's over there at tight end. That's another good weapon for him. Secondary.
Not this. We play harder teams with worse, better weapons than the Vikings team. I'm sorry. We have.
Well, the receiving core is good, though. I mean,
the receiving core is the best we've played all year.
Bullshit.
No, Jefferson's the best receiver in football.
Nakua and Adams.
Hey, we played Lemon Pickens to start week and Ferguson to start week 1, right?
I think
and Dak Prescott. So look, so we played. All right, so week 1 we played Dak Prescott, Ferguson. Probably the number 2 tight end in fantasy right now. If you're talking fantasy, that means he put up points, he put up touchdowns, he put up yards. So he's probably the number 1 fantasy tight end with Pickens, with Lamb. Boom, and then week 2 we played. The Chiefs, but okay, boom, just take them out. But week 3 we played the Rams.
The Rams would be
Kyrie Williams with Puka Nacua, with Devontae Adams, with their tight ends. So we've been battle tested with some good wide receiver matchup. The problem is, or not.
No, yeah.
Well, I think good is one thing to say the best.
I think the Vikings receivers, I think, are better than the Cowboys receivers. But I think arguably the Rams may have. Nacua is having like a ridiculous year.
Yeah, he hurt now. By the way,
stop him. He got hurt,
ankle injury.
But he had like coming out of the Eagles, he had like 52 receptions or something ridiculous like that. Yeah,
but our cornerbacks couldn't even guard the Giants receivers, man.
I know, but
that's the part I'm talking about.
And those were like fourth
receivers and ball our quarterbacks out. And now we gotta go get Justin Jefferson, my guy.
Hey, can this? Okay, all right. So let me ask you a question real quick. Can this loss be equivalent as a loss to the Buccaneers week 4 last year?
Yes, it could. It could, depending upon what the coaches do, because they went in that whole bye week. They kind of changed, the whole philosophy coming out of that game. Do they change their philosophy? What do they do differently? That's the question. When Sirianni says we're not changing anything, I don't believe he's going to tell you one way or the other. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But it could be. It could also be like the 49ers game. 2 years ago, where we just went in a collapse mode at 10-0. So
well, no, let's not say that.
It's gonna be one of those things. I don't think there's in between.
So either we're gonna go out and ball out, or we're gonna go out and get something.
I did what Nick Sirianni said today, though, because somebody was like, "Hey, can this be the 2023 season?" And he was like, "Hey, well, why can't this be the 2024 season, where we started 2-2, and then if something clicked, boom, we won off." But everybody want to go back to the 2023 season because it's a bigger sample, right? 10-1. And then to collapse like that, to finish 11-6, I believe, and then to get your ass mollywop by the Buccaneers, and everybody got fired. You get fired. Yeah. Hey, if 500, you got fired from your couch. Everybody was getting fired. I know. You get fired. You get fired. Because how bad it was. Yeah. So I don't know. Are we closer to the 2023 season or the 2024 season?
No, I think we're closer to 2024 season. Okay. I do. I do. I just think that there's a lot of people with PTSD from that 2023 season. You know what I mean? That still haven't gotten over it. And I also think I don't know. I just think that everybody's in panic mode. I got people telling me we got to start trading guys and basically blow this thing up. I'm like, we're 4-2. What 4-2 team decides, hey, yeah, we're not going to win anything. Let's give up on a season. That's crazy.
Because we've been talking for weeks. You've been hearing players talk for weeks, and it's getting worse. It's not getting better. It's getting worse every week.
No.
People are talking, and it's getting worse.
Well, that's what scares me about the Giants game, right? Because the Giants game was the first time I saw them come out and, in my opinion, not give full effort. Like on that second drive, I said that defense doesn't even look like they're hustling, like to get to the ball carrier. Like that made me feel like it was like 2 years ago, because it was like I haven't seen these guys not give it full effort in a long time. I've never seen the Giants players want it more than the Eagles. And on a Thursday, national TV, that scared me. So hopefully the coaches listen and right the ship, because I think this week versus Minnesota, if they come out and it's the same thing, I think we got big problems, because if you can't respond after 2 losses, like
we're at home though, week, right?
And we're in Minnesota.
Huh?
We're in Minnesota. I think we're in Minnesota.
No, we're at Philly, because we play. Hey, we don't play no back-to-back home games. So we play at the Giants.
Why did I think it was in Philly? Why did I think it was in Minnesota?
So hopefully, yes, we're at home. We don't play no back-to-back home games and no back-to-back away.
The next Giants game got to be home.
Yes, it is. Wait, hold on. So are we?
No, we're on the road. We're on the road.
Yeah, we're on the road.
So do we have back-to-back road games?
Yeah.
No, we're playing Giants at home.
Not last week.
Last week was in Meadowlands.
So we're the NFL. How did the NFL do
back-to-back road games?
Like, this is crazy. But no back-to-back home games, but back-to-back road games, short week. I mean, you know what? I'm about to log off. I'm depressed now.
like, what is it? Do you think this is a must-win game for the Eagles? Like, is it a must-win, or if say worst case scenario, we get mollywopped this Sunday, is there still hope?
You know what? I mean, I think I'd like to say it's a must-win. I think it's a must-show-up game. Like, more importantly to me, like, I need to see fight. I need to see this team make some significant moves to fix things. And if they somehow lost a crazy tough game, I can live with that. But if they come out with the effort that they did versus the Giants and just looking like they don't know what to do, I think it's a problem. Because I think one of the biggest problems is I think they come out with a decent game plan, but then when teams adjust, they can't make in-game adjustments.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like 2 weeks in a row, we were up on a team, right? Tampa Bay, we were up 24-6 at halftime. And then against Denver, we were up, what was it, like 24 to something? When we were up big with like 8 minutes to go. And you blew both those games.
17-3.
You can't blow those. You can't blow those games. You can't do it.
Yeah. So I think it's a must-win game, man. 3 games in a row, man, the city of Philly will be set on fire. Okay, 3 games in a row. I mean, the sports media, hey, we don't care who's coming up, the Giants or not. We just lost to the Giants. So they're not even a guarantee we could beat the Giants. So to lose 3 straight games in a row as a Super Bowl contender, to me,
it's bad.
I mean, this is a must-win game. I mean, must-win game with the next one being at home. If we could squeak by that one, but this one right here, we have to win this. I don't care how we get it done. Honestly, a win is a win. 1 point money, like a win is a win. We just got to win.
Yeah, we win the next 2 games, we're back on track. I really feel like that. With a bye week, and then it's go time. Then it's like but when you play Green Bay, man, you can't be having these struggles anymore. Everything's got to be worked out. You got to be ready to go. So we'll see.
Yeah, we definitely got to get it over. We got to get things figured out. Which say week 7? Yeah, by week 9. Because I understand you want to be playing your best ball in November, December, but hey, you got to win some games in October too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to win some games.
Yeah, you stack the W's.
You got to start stacking some W's. Start stacking some wins together.
We beat Minnesota. We beat the Rams.
Yeah,
and you beat the Buccaneers. Those are 2 teams that are legit contenders, right?
The Chiefs is too.
You beat the Chiefs, right? But in terms of like tiebreaker for where you're playoffs, those are huge. Those are huge teams. If you can take care, even if you split with Green Bay and Detroit, I think you're set up pretty good for the tiebreakers heading into like late.
The Bucks are number 1 right now, right?
Bucks are 1 because they only have 1 loss, but they got to go to Detroit this week. They're playing Detroit Monday Night Football in Detroit.
Yeah, after a loss.
After a loss. Yeah, so all of a sudden if they get 2 losses. Yeah, well, I mean, it'll be interesting, but I think that winning those games, getting the tiebreakers are a big deal. I don't believe that team 4-0 beating good teams and all of a sudden, this is happening. Nah, I think that the Denver game we let slip away, and then for whatever reason, that Thursday night game we just weren't ready to play.
Look, and the good thing is this: yes, we lost to Denver, but yes, that's an AFC opponent. Yes, we lost to the Giants. They ain't gonna be in the fucking playoffs, and we all know that. So now, like every team that in the NFC so far that might be in the playoffs, we have the head-to-head tiebreaker. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing. So now Detroit beat the Bucks. Guess what? We're probably one or like us in Detroit probably the same record, but we get to play Detroit too. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We get to play every team. We played 10 playoff teams this year. So we're going to face every NFC team that's going to be in the playoffs. That's supposed to be that good to be in the playoffs. So we control our own destiny. Like we control our own destiny. So
KP controls our destiny. KP controls our destiny. Because it gotta stop. Like, I don't care. Like, you gotta be able to stop this. Like, stop the bleeding. Did you hear Dougie P said he wouldn't mind coming back to be a consultant? Would you allow that to happen?
A consultant, yes, but I don't want him as offensive coordinator. Because if you remember when we had Doug, we had problems with his offense. You know what I mean? So I don't want him as offensive coordinator calling plays. However, you want to do like Frank Reich, I don't mind. If the Dolphins head coach McDaniel gets fired, I wouldn't mind. Did you watch the Chicago Bears last night?
Yes.
Like, I would love to have that kind of offense with Hurts and these guys. Wouldn't you? Yeah. Oh, man.
Or even like the Lions, how you get rid of the coach who goes to the Bears with that offense, and then you pick up another guy that's still able to do the same kind of play call. You know what I'm saying? Like,
even the Commanders. Yo, that dude was, look, he faked the handoff, he turned around, he faked it, he tossed it. I'm like,
what was that just see? What did I just see? We got to get a coordinator that's going to stop us as fans going every week saying we want to see our team play like somebody else.
The problem is we're too successful every year. We lose them anyway. Yeah. So we can't keep them. So even
if we get Kellen back, he ain't doing jack shit with the
even if we have a good even if we have a good offensive coordinator, we keep them. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. You got to be head coach Kellen.
That's why Frank Reich appeals to me a little bit. Because he ain't going to get a head coaching job anytime soon.
Yeah.
I think if McDaniel, the coach of the Dolphins, I think he's a decent offensive coordinator. He won't get a coaching job for a few years. So at least you could get a few years. I mean, damn, I wish we could have Steichen back. Steichen was the best one out of all of them.
Really. Steichen got the best team in the league right now. So he's
look at him with Daniel Jones. Look what he's doing with Daniel Jones.
Danny Footsteps. I can't even call him Danny Footsteps no more. He's an MVP candidate, goddammit. Whoever thought we ever say Danny Footsteps is an MVP candidate?
Yeah, they're playing good. I mean, they're playing good. They're not really making it too complicated for him.
Running the football.
Daniel Jones. He's using Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor as a 1-2 punch. Not, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so, but I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Football. That's the main thing. If we could get Saquon started, this whole problem would be solved. Like, what you got to do is stop tailoring your offense to any kind of passing. Just go, okay, I know I must run the football. Let me think of creative new plays to run the football. That's what you got to start out.
Well, start out like maybe don't run it on first down up the middle. Like, don't. How about no inside zone first down? Run it outside. You know, maybe run on second down. Go on first down, 4 or 5. Yeah, pitch. Go 4 or 5 yards on first down. Come back and run. You know, run a counter. Have you seen them pull any of their guards? They don't pull their guards. They don't do anything like that.
They try to pull up. They try to pull up Mariota. I think either versus the Broncos, and the edge followed Mariota and tackled Barkley in the back because there's no creativity. They even pointed it out on the screen. There was like a last year this would have worked. This year, they know they are following Amariata and tackling him in the backfield.
Yeah. They've got to mix it up. You know, I would love to see a play action on first down. I would just love it. But
remember, every season we have a play action, whether it was Vic, Hurts, anybody who started the season off to do the play action first play and go deep to Deshaun or go deep to somebody.
Yeah.
Deep and score a touchdown.
Right, though, against the Chiefs, the first play of the game was to AJ Brown. Remember? The first play of the game. But guess what happened? Our offensive line. No. Grant Cacciatara kind of whipped and then he panicked. There's panic. He rolled out to the left, fumbled the ball. But AJ Brown was open for an 80-yard touchdown, a 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, Hurts missed Deshaun. I mean, not Deshaun. He missed Devontae last week. That to me, that was when the game changed. He hits Devontae Smith. Yeah. You're back in that game. It's a different story, you know. But
how you don't throw that pick, you hit AJ. It's a different story. But you know,
that pick, that was horrible. Yeah,
that was horrible.
Yeah.
So I don't think and that's why it's hard to tell. Is it play calling? Is it quarterbacking? Because when the plays are there, they get missed. When the plays are not there, I mean, it's just all effort too.
You know, they're not out there doing what they did last year. Last year, when Saquon was running the ball, you seen everybody blocking 15 yards down the field. You seen everybody putting their all into every single play. And this year, I don't see the same effort. I remember the Denver game, where AJ split up and got overthrown. And then, like, you just watch him run around like he's not even giving full effort. Like, the effort's not there. It's like they're sitting on their loyals or something. They feel good about winning the Super Bowl. They don't have to try on every play or something because they think that they're that dominant. And you got to try no matter what. And I think if everybody up their effort level, you know, at least another 10%, you know, give me 10% more what you're doing. And I don't know, the line, man. The Lions, that's something we can't, I don't know. I don't know about the Lions. Like, the Lions just fucked up.
Lions got good offense. But what about the play to Saquon, the touchdown pass down the sideline a few weeks ago versus Denver? And he's like, that wasn't even in the playbook. Like, why would we were not be in the playbook? Like, how is that not in the playbook? You know what I mean? Like, that's really bad.
Have you noticed that most of our most explosive plays are plays that hurts audibles?
Yeah.
We're going to fire the coordinator. I mean, you have to do something. If players are saying, hey, if this is not in the playbook, that means we have a rookie offensive coordinator. We have an offensive coordinator that's relying on Nick Sirianni to say, hey, let's run this. Let's do this. We can't have that. We cannot have that. But what is Jason Kelce's favorite line from the Super Bowl speech? Hungry dogs run fast. We're not hungry no more, fellas. Hey, we're full right now. Hey, our bellies are full. 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. You know, if we won one, we lose one. Look, right now, everybody is after their own stats. Everybody is after their own stuff. We're not hungry no more. Hungry dogs run fast.
You know what's crazy is you got rid of Milton Williams having a great year. Isaiah Rodgers got rid of him having a great year. Josh Sweat's got like 5 sacks on pace for 16, 17. Like, all the guys we got rid of are hungry, but all the guys we got, they're just going through the motion. You know, it's crazy.
Like, which one of these guys you want back? Which one of these guys? The most.
Well, Gardner Johnson's the easiest, but give me Sweat. I would take Sweat back.
I never thought we should have let Sweat walk.
We are too young on defense to keep all these guys because they're all going to come up to cops. Matter of fact, hey, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, you know, they got to get paid this offseason, right?
But if they're not producing now, they don't need to get paid that big of a contract.
No. We
if
can't.
You're not getting stats. You're not getting pressures.
No.
You're not going to get the highest paid contract. You're making more money than what you're making. But
this is another conversation for offseason. This is another conversation for offseason. But I'm not going to let you down talk these 2 dogs on the defensive line because we are on the 2 bad game, streak right now. Relax.
You just told me yourself that we only have 7 sacks this whole season, 6 sacks this whole season. Meaning no one's getting
our edge. Okay, so look, our leading edge rusher retired with 2 sacks, 1.5 sacks, like 2 sacks, 3 sacks.
Yeah,
he retired.
Something like that.
Yes. So it's our so our edge is not playing the same.
No.
So it doesn't mean that we're not getting pressure in interior.
We're getting ran on too, though.
That's a linebacker problem. Running reflects the linebackers are not hitting the holes properly, or they getting blocked by the offensive line that's pulling. Our linebackers are not playing the same. Yes, Bond had a couple, good interceptions, and so he's playing great. I'm not going to say Bond is not playing great, but we need Bond and Dean together. Bond had an all-pro season with Dean next to him, so we haven't seen Bond with another linebacker.
Yeah.
So we need to see that combination back together to say now that's fit. Because I refuse to believe that our run defense is that bad because of one guy is missing. Even Burks was good last year, when he came in for Dean. So maybe something happened. This guy wasn't even getting to the second level. The running backs wasn't even getting to the second level. We was tackling him in the backfield because our linebacker Dean had 130 plus tackles. Are we forgetting that? Come on.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah. You got to get Dean back on the field. I like the idea of moving Jahad Campbell. I'm willing to take a look at him at the edge and see what he can do. Let's do it. We got to figure something out.
All right, guys. Well, let's do our hot takes and our score predictions. Get out of here, because what are your hot takes for this game? Give me 3 hot takes and a score prediction 500.
Shit, I'm tired of hot takes. Man. That should be
hot take, huh?
None of our hot takes to be the close, goddamn it!
I'll say I'll say the Eagles have over 4 sacks this game.
Okay,
that's really hot. And that shit is like burning hot fire.
That is 4 sacks. I would say they step up this week. And score prediction. Oh man, I'm gonna say
3 hot takes though. 3 hot takes. Hey,
we gotta get 3.
Yeah.
All right. So 4 sacks. I'll say Saquon finally gets 150 yards. Goes out, and the Eagles kick return actually catches the ball this week. Is that
Oh man, we done hit rock bottom. If we're about catching the ball,
have you ever seen a team not be able to catch a ball? Like
kick return catches a ball. Dang.
Catches the ball.
We know.
Yeah, let me tell you, they muff the kick, and then it goes. We get the ball at the 10-yard line. It's ridiculous. I'll say score prediction. I'm going to say the Eagles 28-21 Birds.
I like that. That's a good game.
All right, B, you go now because go ahead. I don't want you to go last until you hear all of our hot takes. You go ahead, BG. What's your hot take?
Okay. So I don't really all my hot takes, like you said, lately have been nowhere near what's happening. It's like he said, Saquon 150. I've been saying that for 3 goddamn weeks now. It ain't never happened. Goddamn. So I'm gonna let you keep that one 500. Hopefully it works this week. Hot takes. Let's go. Jalen Hurts gets 5 touchdowns. 3 on the ground, 2 in the air, with 2 of them being pushed, tush pushes. I'll say our defense. Okay, this is gonna be a really hot take. Kelly Ringo and Adoree Jackson locked down and shut out Justin Jefferson and Addison. Keep them under 80 yards each. That's a hot take for me. Jordan Davis gets a 2-sack game because that's my boy. Jordan's got to continue his thing. I want him to be an All-Pro this year. So Jordan Davis gets 2 sacks this week. And the score prediction, I'm saying like 24-21. Like Eagles. Like we kick a field goal, win the game, get out of there.
All right. So the Vikings
are 5 touchdowns to 21. So that's actually wrong. So what's 5 times? So 35 to 28. So we scored by time.
Alabama math ain't adding up, but okay. All right. Hey, the Vikings are a top 6 defense, fellas. They're allowing 157 yards passing, 132 yards rushing, and 19 points per game. So that means that their weakness is what? To run against them. They're allowing 130. Shit, they're almost as bad as us in stopping the run. So I'm saying that Saquon Barkley gave his first 200-yard game. He gonna break out a couple 50-yarders and stuff like that. But I'm not talking about here you go. Here's 2. No. He get his first 200-yard game of the season. Saquon Barkley go for 200. The defense, because of my Carson Wentz. Look, I'm not one of those Eagle fans that say, man, Carson Wentz didn't do shit for us. Without Carson Wentz, we don't win the Super Bowl. Okay. Right. Look, I'm gonna say that all day, every day until I die to my grave. So with that being said, we know how careless Carson Wentz is. This Eagles defense get 5 turnovers, fumble and interception, tip passes, and that's why 5 turnovers.
Love it.
Look, we got 5 turnovers against the freaking Commanders, and we still lost. But so, but still, with that, so all right. So Barkley go for 200. The defense get 5 turnovers, and AJ Brown get about $150 and 2 touchdowns. And the whole city of Philadelphia would be quiet because we beat a good Vikings team. A good defense team. Look, we always dominate the Vikings though. No matter how much they rank on defense, how high, how low. We beat the Vikings. So I'm just gonna, if we got their number.
I like it. We need that. That's a get right game right there. We need that.
Right. Carson Wentz always get us right.
That would be awesome.
Remember, hey, before we played the Commanders, I think we had like 6 sacks that game. We played Carson Wentz. We had 10 sacks that game. I think 9 or 10 sacks. I mean, we was top 5 in sacks after that game. So history repeat itself. Hey, just a different color, same quarterback.
Even off the line, too. He's a lot better team now than he did with the freaking Commanders. What was your score prediction?
Well, since I said 5 turnovers, Carson Wentz at the helm, I said 35-18.
35-18. All right. Well, hey, that's pretty good. 35-18, 35-28. And then what was yours? 500?
Damn, 28.
28-21.
28-21. So, hey, y'all let us know in the chat what y'all think the score predictions will be. Man, shout out to 500 for joining us again.
Man, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate
shout out to the 105 in the building from wherever you're at. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, follow. And if you're not following 500, which I know you are, go hit that follow. Go hit that subscribe on Philly 500, man. Hey, 500 final words before we get out of here, buddy.
Man, thanks for having me on, man. It was fun. It had been a while. I appreciate you guys being patient with me till I could get on, man. But it was a blast, and I thank you for having me.
JC?
Hey, keep the faith. I keep saying that every week, but if we lose to the Vikings, I'm going to change my tone. But keep the faith, Eagle fans. We got this. Yo, hey, it's a long season. But after this weekend, I don't know. But, hey, I put this as a blowout anyway, so keep the faith, Eagle fans. Don't turn on each other, and don't turn on this team, man. Hey, we're Super Bowl champs for a reason. We don't care. All right, let's go.
Man, I'll just say, like you said, man, like, even if we lose, don't lose hope. Like, still early in the season, guys. We still got 11 football games left. I always feel like on these type of seasons are going to be seasons you lose to the teams you're not supposed to, but you beat all the teams you're supposed to. And Minnesota is going to be that team that we're supposed to win. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to beat them because they're a good team. We beat good teams. We lose to the shitty ones, but we beat the good ones, and this is going to be a good team going in there. So, keep the faith, like you said. Fly, Eagles, fly. And we got it. We out. Peace.
Gone on, everybody, man. And welcome to the very, 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 very